Hi everyone, this is the self-awareness exercise or the 3-card spread for June 11th. That's today. I've already shuffled the cards and I've said my prayers, but I'm going to reassert. Mother, Father, God, all that is sacred and holy, please guide this spread so that we can all learn from it what is unique to us and necessary for us. The contemplation card that we're getting is patterns. Stepping back from a design, a tapestry, for example, allows for a different perspective. You can see how sections fit together, how one part builds on another, how specific threads are constant or recurring, are part of the supporting theme, or part of a momentary adornment. In the same way, we can stand back and see the weave of our lives. By looking back at the big picture, we can see the main threads, the emotional themes, the beliefs and behaviors that gave rise to momentary events, the repetition of which create the basic pattern and emotional atmosphere. So, patterns. Now, let's see what the intentional energy is that we are being asked to embody today. Discipline. Oof. All right. This involves setting guidelines for yourself and choosing to follow through with them. It sets your task as a priority, knowing that the payoff comes from commitment to the process and not necessarily the outcome. Decide how you'd like to apply this concept to your action card or any other task you'd like to use in the process. Now, commit to follow through. Okay, so this is telling us today, this is a good day to really stay aware and really apply this exercise. Now, oh, I like this one. Okay. Ooh, I really like. Today, whenever you're tempted to tell someone what's wrong with them, who you wish they were instead, or who they should be, tell them instead how much you like and appreciate the qualities you're privately hoping to see more of. Don't demand or criticize. Don't even mention that you'd like more of it, because that implies they're not enough. Make sure that you really let yourself genuinely feel the appreciation of the events or qualities you mention. So that's really interesting. I'm going to look at this and I'm going to say a bunch of things for myself. But first of all, I want to take you back to the discipline card, which is the intentional attitude we're being asked to take. The reason that's relevant is because, again, one of the gifts that doing this kind of work does is that it reminds us that we are capable of changing our energy. That by choosing what attitude we're going to embrace, it's going to shift the energy and therefore the chemistry of our body. Now, the discipline card can feel the energy of this, and the attitude of this can generate different qualities of energy depending upon what aspect of discipline you focus on. So if you look at this and discipline has been a dirty word in your life, like you've been overly disciplined by other people, or you discipline yourself so much you don't take care of yourself, you discipline yourself in work but not in, it can be many different things. But in this case, when we look at this, what it's saying basically is it's a commitment. So it's an intentional energy. It's an energy of intention that you are setting in play, and that it's the choice to follow through. So what you're doing in this case is you're bringing in the energy of distraction. And you're saying, no, for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my energy in and I'm going to focus on this. Now, I really like, so this is really talking about getting out of judgment and criticism of people, telling them they're not enough. It's a way of being able to really support people in being different, but not forcing them, and it's not a demand, basically. It's opening the energy up and it's inviting them to be more of what you like. But what I would ask you to consider is, what are your patterns around that? Do you have a pattern of telling people who they should be, even if it's in your own head? Do you, and that can lead to all sorts of different communication styles. It can lead to anything that is really sometimes seen as controlling or demanding or belittling. It can be a whole bunch of different things. When you look at the I really like card and what it's asking you to do, if you think about what the opposite is, that can give you an idea of where maybe some of your patterns have been. And again, it's not necessarily what you have done. It might be patterns around how you've been treated in your life, how you've experienced things in your life. So this is interesting too, because, I just heard that. You can apply this to yourself. Where have you focused on the things about yourself you want to fix rather than the things that are already good? What happens if you spend the entire day just disciplining yourself to say, my pattern used to be that I would be self-critical, and when I found something I didn't like, I would really work to change it and push to change it. What about if today, every time you feel like you want to criticize yourself or be disappointed in yourself, what if instead, just for today, you discipline yourself and say, that's not part of the formula. Today, I'm just going to focus on the things that I really like about me. And maybe I'm not regular in certain patterns that are healthy for me, but maybe I am in others. And maybe I can just focus on that energy rather than this energy. I'm going to leave you with that. I think this is a really cool one. Again, patterns, discipline, and I really like. I'm going to leave you with that. Have fun with it. And again, this is going to be held on the channel so that you can go back and you can use these as you see fit. And remember, it's all about you interpreting them for yourself. So if you're listening to this and it doesn't make sense to you or it doesn't connect, take a minute to just breathe and ask your higher conscious mind if this has anything to offer you today. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that. Much love.